and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Hello friends, welcome to the Car Connection Workshop. Have we got a treat for you today? Yes, this will be the final episode on the HVAC system on this 97 Jeep TJ. But before we jump into that, I just want to say, Car Connection and the Car Connection Workshop, we're on a mission here. And the mission is to be able to afford to pay for the parts to fix the vehicles that we're working on for widows, orphans, single moms, single guys, single gals, and those who have just kind of fallen down on hard times. And there's a lot of that going on out there. But you know what? We can't build our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, our iHeart podcasts without you. We can't do it by ourselves. So when you comment on our videos, when you click and you watch the videos, and you ring the notification bell, and you do all those things to all the platforms we have for us to reach out into the world, we can't get that reach without you. So for us to fulfill our vision and our mission of all of this, I've just spent 31 years on radio with our Car Connection Live call-in automotive program and did not renew my contract. I'm podcasting now. So you can find us on iHeart and all the platforms that you pull your podcasts from. Just put in the search box Car Connection Workshop and you'll find us for the Motormouth morning drive at 8 a.m. So you get a 30 plus minute 8 a.m. drive time together, and we even share a cup of coffee as well. So have your swiggy ready. But I wanted you to know that, how important it is. I personally don't need another shiny thing. I'm quite content with everything I have around me and what I'm doing. So I'm sharing over 44 years of automotive experience from light truck and passenger vehicles all the way up to highway trucks, motor coaches, diesels, tractors, equipment. I've had the opportunity to work on it all. But it comes down to one simple thing. We need you to do your part so that we can do our part, and that is to reach out to those who need our help. To keep that from the single mom who's trying to keep her jalopy going as long as she can, to the widowed wife who lost her husband who looked after the car and she can't do it on her own, or to a family of 4 kids, 2 adults, one of them's lost their job. They need to keep a car going to keep the money coming in. And we're able to do that with our facility, but we need to grow the YouTube channel and all our platforms to be able to do that. So would you do that for us? Buy merchandise, and guess what you do? You pour money into the addiction campuses known as Total Freedom Darien Center, New York, which is open to Canadians and Americans alike, to Total Freedom Sydney, Manitoba, which is a men-only campus. But you know what? You play a part in that. You buy some of our Car Connection merch, Motormouth merch, be part of the crew, and you know what happens? You make monies available to both campuses to get those who need addiction help there. So let's jump into what we're doing, but you need to know what we're doing and why we're doing it so that you know what to do and why to do it when you need to do it. Yeah, the do does and the did's done. Okay, we're going over to the Jeep today because here's what we're doing is I got some washing down to do, so I've mixed up some mini mix here, and I use a citrus cleaner, not petroleum based. I'm just going to add a little hot water to it because it's cooled off this morning. You don't need scalding hot water, but it needs to be hot. So whatever you can handle. I can handle quite a bit of hot water because when I was a young kid, I used to milk cows 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the barn, feeding at 3, milking at 3:30, and we had to wash their udders with water that I believe was like 1 degree from boiling. And that was to clean their udders off of, any remnants and to sterilize before we fasten the milking machine. So when I say hot water, whatever's hot for you. Okay, so but you gotta get this clean, because otherwise, I mean, if you're just going to use this on a farm, who cares, right? But I kind of want this for a couple of purposes. Yes, I'm going to use it on the farm, the wood lot, but I also want to be able to take it somewhere. You know, you want to go out for a burger. I don't want to be filthy. So we're just going to give this a wash down just like this. And we're going to replace the gasket here, and I'm going to show you how I do it. This one's still okay. So we can leave this one right where it is, and it's glued. So, you know, I'm not going to start changing every single gasket, but the one on the top, it seems like the reason for all the adjustments to the heater box seem to be related to the defrost mode. So I have to fix this yet too. This is not fixed. See, I think he broke the thing right off, so we'll figure it out. Yep, I'm pretty sure he broke the tab on the inside. Looks like, but I have a fix for that. So glue and a nice screw to go in there, but you got to make sure it's in the right position. And so this is what I do. Just work your way across. I can't get all the way in there, and I wasn't about to take, you know, the whole heater box out at this stage. No. If we didn't have the motor in already, I probably would. I probably would have done that, pulled the whole heater box out and onto the floor. I just want it fairly clean. I'll get in there with a brush after, into the back there where I can't get my hands in. And I have small hands, not like Carney's though. Yeah, those are really small hands. So we just get in here and just wash everything up, because it's your opportunity to clean it up. I bought a farm truck many years ago, an F-150 extra cab, and I customized it. I turned it into a 1987/1982, put a high performance 289 in it. No, I put a 302 in there rather, not in that one, it was the 289. A 302. I customized it for myself. And it was a fruit truck in Grimsby, Ontario. And I'll tell you, was it dirty inside? Oh my gosh. But I put all replacement interior in out of another truck. So I used a smashed 1987 Lariat, took all the interior out of it. So I changed the truck from brown, it was a terrible brown, from brown to white, and put burgundy interior in it. It'll look pretty sharp. So I had to clean all that dust and dirt out of the cab, in fact, and then I painted the dash to match. So I actually took everything out of the truck and I pressure washed the truck inside. That's how bad it was. It was really bad. So you just take your time and work your way across the dash. Don't get all wound up. Oh, I still got all this to do. Don't go there. Don't defeat yourself before you're there, because this is what you got to think about. This is the only time right now you're going to have an opportunity to do this, because once the dash goes in, and I'm ready to put the dash in, it's all done. Got the headlight switch in there. Thank you to those who commented on that. We decided to weld it, and it's welded in. You ask what? You have to go watch the other videos. I welded in the bracket that is not on the 2006 dash to house the 1997 headlight switch. So we just pull that out of there for a minute. Then we're going to do a test on these vacuum lines. I'm going to show you how I do that so that we can see if the diaphragms are moving, and the whole purpose behind that is it will tell me if all this vacuum line, every one of these colors is a different function on the heater box, just so you know. That's the colors. So in another video I will show you how you can pre-test that so that you know that everything that's supposed to move when engine vacuum gets there moves. And that's what you need to know, because once this is all back in, it's all over unless you feel like pulling it all apart again. And I'd rather test it before so I know. So the reason I'm doing this is I just don't want all this dust flying around inside the truck. I'm kind of a fussy kind of fellow that way. If you're going to do the job, do it right and do it well. Because even my beater vehicles were really good. I'd make one and then I only drive it for a month and somebody's begging me to sell it to them. Then I got to do another one. So who knows? That might be what happens to this. Somebody goes, hey, I want to buy that thing. Well, you'll always remember, as my good friend in sales would always say, everything's for sale for a price. So we just clean that up. I'm going to finish this rest of this area on another time when you're not with me, so I'm not wasting your time. Okay, we're clean up here, and that's what I wanted because we have a racetrack gasket to put in there, and it has to go all the way around. It goes around here and all the way around here. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to show you the gasket, and then I'm going to pre-fit it to see what it looks like. And I'm going to get this out of here before I have a swimming pool inside the Jeep, because I do have some floor welding to do and I don't want the body metal getting wet. So that's the whole key behind that too. All right, so here's what we got to do. Here is my territory that I will glue. So I highly recommend don't just put the spray glue on your workbench. Been there, done that. It's a lot of extra work. Just move the things out of the way that could be problematic. So number one, this is the pan that goes underneath the bottom of the heater box. It's also defrost function, and right from the factory, look, not installed right, out of position. This gasket is glued over right exactly where it is. It needs to be here. So how do I fix that? I'm going to show you. I don't need to redevelop a new one. I just need to fix what's there. So, and on this case, I use weather stripping glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that back where it should be. Must have been a night shift or something. I don't know. So we're going to, because it's going to pucker, we're going to need to take a little piece out. So what I'm going to do is take a piece out of there with scissors first. And if you have to cut it twice, cut it twice. Remember the rule, right? So we're actually a little tall here, a little short here. So what I'm going to do is, okay, you guys, armchair warriors, are going to freak, but it's okay. You'll get over it. So instead of fighting with this, I am going to cut this right off here. Yep. And so then I'm going to shorten it accordingly, and I will still have a corner when I'm done. So I will shorten that right here. Like I said, see, that's going to bring that down and bring that down, and look what we got. We're going to be just fine. So now I'm going to, this is okay, that corner, that's still not a great install, but you know what? It will catch, and it looks like it has, so we're good. But somebody has been trying to doctor it up because can't get a good seal, and the defrost hasn't been working right. Man, Drew put this on G.I. Joe. Joe I.G. Gotta get some hands on it. Okay, so we're just gonna get a cloth, which we have right here, and I'm gonna get a little bit of cleaner, carb cleaner, and I'm just going to treat that surface right where I want the glue to go, because there is some crud there. So just prep it quick. You don't have to go fancy, as the Red Green would say. If the women don't find you handsome, you might as well find you handy. Okay, and then I'll just kind of gently wipe that a little bit. Now we're ready for the gluage. So now I'm going to put some glue along here. You say, why not use the spray glue? Well, it's kind of a tough spot to get to because I don't want it all over here and I don't want it everywhere else. So the black glue works, the weather stripping glue. And my favorite is 3M. Not that they buy the show or anything, but I just find it, I've used it for 40 years. I've tried some others, but I really like the 3M adhesives the best. And Permatex has some good stuff too, so spread the wealth. Then I put some on here. You go, well, you've already got some on there. Well, I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned from my military automotive instructor. When you're in a hurry and you need a gasket to glue and you got to get after it. You got to get the whatever piece of equipment it is out of the field so we can get it to the shop. We don't have time to play around, but we need the job done right. So we need a little blob right on that new corner that I've created. So we put a little blob here, right there, and I've got a little blob there. We'll just add a little bit to it. Okay, so now we're ready. Now I'm going to show you the weather stripping glue technique. So I'm going to put it all in just like I want it. Okay, so that's a fix. Wouldn't you say that's a fix? Yep. Now I'm going to pull it off. See how it goes stringy? Okay, you count like to 3 or 4 seconds, but now when you put it down, you better have it in the exact place you want it because it's going to stick like that. There'll be no second chance, and it's there. By the time I get this thing wiped down a little bit more, I want it a little bit cleaner because there's still a lot of crud in here. See? That's all going to come out of the dash every time you turn on the blower. So this is your opportunity to get it right and tight and make sure it's clean because it's not really clean. And the reason why that gasket was a problem for the person that owned this before, he was not getting enough seal to get enough blow from the blower motor. He put a piece of tape from here over to close this hole, which that blows to the floor. So when this is in, it goes this way. That's defrost. These 2 ports blow, and these 2 ports blow to the floor. So this comes under the seat. This comes to your feet. So that's it. That's fixed. Just like that. That's how you do it. Doesn't have to be a big thing. So we're going to move into the next sequence now. So we're going to get ourselves ready. We're going to be right back with the next episode, and I'm going to show you how to do the big gasket on the top, because when we're done, I want it to have so much defrost that my cheeks are flapping a little and my eyelids. All right, so we'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to ring the notification bell, which you'll see. I'm not supposed to say that. I did. I said it. It's Christmas in the Car Connection Workshop. We're waiting for Santa cars to come. I got nothing. Less than nothing. So anyways, thanks for watching. And don't forget to visit our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. There you will connect with some amazing businesses that have my seal of approval on. And on the top right-hand corner of our homepage, you will see all the links for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Stevensville on the web. Click the businesses tab to find our profile. And the iHeart podcast icon is there for you, and our merch store. And thank you for those purchasing merch that helps keep Skippy and I and coffee and donuts all winter so we are warm. And proceeds go to Total Freedom Darien Center, New York, USA, and Total Freedom Sydney, Manitoba, which is a men-only campus. Help people break free and get a new life away from addiction. So we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. If you enjoyed the video, like I know you did, ring the notification bell.